The game drive tracks the shoreline of the Chobe River. The river forms the northern boundary of the large Chobe National Park and also the border between Botswana and Namibia. At the end of a drive, one can use the comfortable tar road back to the starting point. Accommodation at the well-known campsite Senyati, which is situated close to the Zimbabwean border. Driving around in the national park requires a 4x4 vehicle. To successfully navigate the sandy stretches, the tire pressure should be reduced to approximately 1.6 bar. There exists an abundance of birds along the Chobe River, which find their food next to or in the water. The specialist amongst them is the open-billed stork, the favorite food of which is water snails. But not limited to this. Here it found a fresh water mussel, which is expertly and assisted by the specially formed bill removed from its housing. Hippos leave the water during the night to graze on grassy areas in the vicinity. But sometimes that is not sufficient, and they can be seen also during the day outside of the water. Daytime temperatures of close to 40 degrees Celsius force the elephants cooling off and taking a bath in the river. They actually want to cross the river, but the soaring temperatures and the cooling water of the river does not urge them to great hurry. In any event, what elephants have a lot of is time. With a trunk in the air, which serves as a snorkel, they move through the water. The young elephants have already learned this survival trick, keeping their trunk nicely above the water. Impalas never enter the water. It is now October and the lambing season starts in November. one can clearly see that some of the ewes are already heavily pregnant. The African fish eagle is an impressive bird. Its call is, for me, the call Africa's. Hunting for fish takes place underwater. It is therefore recommended trying the feathers in the sun after every diving excursion. A typical family group of elephants. Apart from the cows, one can spot offsprings of every size and age. What often gives away a leopard is its tail. This leopard made it difficult to film. I drove around the tree a few times, but just didn't manage to get a clear view to film the whole body. The smallest antelope in the national park, the steenbok. Only the rams carry horns. They can survive largely without drinking water. It is for this reason that one never finds them next to the river. The life-giving moisture is taken in with the food such as grass and leaves. A striking comparison of sizes. Impalas are mainly browsers and have already taken off all the leaves of the lower branches of the bush. Kudus have attended to the parts a bit higher up, but nobody beats the giraffe, which has the monopoly for the highest portion of the bush. The horns of the giraffe are not horns in the usual sense, but are bones covered with skin. A bull like this one can weigh up to 1.4 tons. The weight is distributed over the four legs. However, due to the long neck, the front legs are carrying most of the weight. In particular, the thin shins of the front legs take a lot of strain. Black-backed jackals benefit in general from the carcasses killed by larger predators. However, here they seem to hunt mostly large birds. Warthogs are around in numbers along the entire river. Here a group of females. Next to the river, the food is plentiful and there is no lack of mud bath for the daily skin care. kudus are browsers. If not in the proximity of the water, one can find them in areas with dense growth of bushes. Kudu cows don't carry horns. This sub-adult kudu bull can call himself lucky to have a choice of so many cows. The special shape of the head with a backward pointing bunch of feathers let the head appear like a hammer, with the neck looking like the handle of a hammer, hence the name. The dung of elephants always serves like a magnet to hornbills. Apart from this red-billed hornbill, I spotted the yellow-billed hornbill and Bradfield's hornbill. There is an abundance of interesting birds along the Chobe River. The strong wind and the dust blown up into the air made filming from an open car window very challenging. I therefore decided to try my luck back at the camping ground. The camping site Senyati has one special attraction. From a platform situated on the first floor of a covered viewing platform, one can watch a waterhole. In addition to the natural inflow of water, additional water is pumped from a borehole. This attracts a number of animals, but mainly elephants. The water from the borehole is fresh and appears to also taste well. This causes a pushing and shoveling as every elephant likes to put its trunk right into the hole from where the pumped water surfaces. Even the babies participate in this game. Elephants come from the Chobe National Park, which is close by. With Senyati being situated close to the Zimbabwean border, many elephants and buffaloes are also coming from there. There's a coming and going which peaks in the afternoon but carries on into the night. The fighting for positions is often accompanied by angry trumpeting of the competing elephants. There is, however, never a real fight occurring, as the strongest always wins and the weaker ones retreat cautiously.